Well, this is the life, isn't it? My own luxury limousine provided for me with air conditioning. But then again, what do you expect from a pop star who's had 3 number ones? And he's still the greatest living king of rock. Have you guessed who it is yet? No, it's not Madonna. It's Gary Gazza Numan. And I'm about to interview him at his Rock City Studios, Numa Records Limited. Let's drive on.
This is pain disguised as a dream.
So, this is where it all happens. This is your own studio, isn't it?
Yeah, I bought into this 5 years ago now.
So,
bit by bit I bought more of it until I got it on.
But you actually didn't start on your own, as it were. It was with Beggars Banquet, wasn't it?
The first record company I signed to was Beggars Banquet, and they would put me into actually took me to quite a nice studio once. And then shortly after that I got involved with this one. And I've done everything here since 1980, I think it was.
So it's not exactly brand spanking new then?
No, it's almost steam driven, but not quite.
Ah, I see. So anyway, I mean, what do you do on Saturday mornings then?
Most weekends actually, I'm flying. I work in here Monday to Fridays, up to about midnight. I try and get some flying in the mornings if I can, because I'm practising for the air show season. But Saturdays and Sundays, if the weather's good, then it's all flying.
So you're not watching Get Fresh?
Not at the moment. I can video it though.
Oh, good lad. You've become slightly more human since you first started out, because you, when you originally started out quite, well, I wouldn't say that long ago, in 78, 79, you were sort of putting across the image you were a kind of robot, you know.
I didn't really intend to. I didn't smile when I did Top of the Pops because I was so frightened and nervous of it. And then when I read all the press, it said, I forget what it said now, but about being robotic and everything. And it just seemed to be what was wanted. People seemed to like that. Yeah. The fact that I was robotic, and there were kids at the concerts doing impersonations of robots. And so I just let it ride. I just let it go. Yeah. And if it's successful and it's working and people like it, then why change it?
Yeah.
So as soon as people get fed up with it and you saw them starting to get a little bit tired of that, then I change the image and that's why I keep doing it, really.
What I'd like to ask you about is, what's it like going out on stage and singing songs and having like loads of these kind of fans screaming for you? I mean, what's the feeling?
Now it's great, and now I love it. And because now I'm completely at home with it and I've got used to it and I don't get nervous anymore. And it's just fun. And it really is a lot of fun. It's great. And I know a lot of them. I've been doing it for so long. I know a lot of the fans personally, and a lot of them by sight. When I see them, I say, oh, I remember she was here last year and he was here, or that sort of thing. And it's interesting looking at seeing the different images.
Oh, yeah.
But when I first started doing it, I just found it was horrible. I was too nervous. I was too scared of it, because I've always done big lighting systems.
Yeah.
I was terrified of it breaking down. And it was a nightmare, really. Yeah. But I did get used to it.
When you go out into the street, if at all, do you actually wear any kind of disguise to hide yourself?
But I did try to wear a disguise once, just to get to the petrol. Not a disguise, but I had to go to the petrol garage. So I thought, so I didn't shave anything. I went all scruffy. I think I had this tiny old jacket on. And when the first person I met said, I know who you are. And then I felt dreadful because I looked really horrible. And I give up on that one. It didn't work.
Let's talk about flying then. That's obviously a great interest of yours.
I fly World War II aeroplanes, which are quite powerful and old and have certain design things which you don't find anymore, which makes them quite interesting. They're very noisy, very fast. Well, not mine, but most of them are very fast. Mine plods a bit. And I just find it, when you're doing air displays, it is quite dangerous when you're doing low-level aerobatics. And should there be any kind of a problem, then you really aren't in a very good position to do much about it. And I just find that sort of thing incredibly exciting.
Will you ever properly smile on a record cover, do you think?
It depends if somebody tells me a good joke when I'm having a photograph taken.
Do you like to put across the image that you never smile and that? Because I'm not saying the pictures are bad, but they're always very sombre, aren't they?
A little bit, I suppose, yeah. It's not intentional. I just find it easier I find it easier to look that way, and I find it easier to write that kind of song.
Yeah.
But there are, I would imagine, hundreds and hundreds of photographs that the press have taken when I'm smiling, but they would choose to use the ones that they do and then put some very sarcastic caption underneath it.
Yeah.
And you really haven't got any control over that, actually.
Did you have any other jobs before you went into the music business?
Yeah, I was a lorry driver. The last job I had was a lorry driver and a warehouseman.
All the trucking, was it?
Yeah, that was only a little lorry. I was only when I was allowed to drive a 3-tonner. Before that, I was an import clerk. Used to put stuff through customs, import agent. I did some driving, mainly driving jobs actually.
Do you have any idols? Being quite an idol yourself?
Mainly World War II fighter pilots. I find it a little bit embarrassing when people call me a hero. I mean, I can understand that people might want to be this because it's very exciting and there's a lot of money involved. It's good fun, being a pop star, but it's not really worthy of being a hero. And when you've got people that are actually going out there risking being killed, and the public don't even know their names, I think that's a dreadful twist of things actually, and I find that a little bit embarrassing, to be honest about it.
Well, before I leave, I'd just like you to perhaps sign a few photos for me. It's not for me actually, it's for my mum, so sign a few cassettes for me. Oh, there you go. Gary Numan, the most incredible person ever. Thank you. Thank you. Back to you,
Joining me at the helm of the Millennium Dustbin